Tina Fordham joins me now, founder and geopolitical strategist, Fordham Global Foresight. Tina, always great to get your insights into everything geopolitics. Let me first ask you about the narrative that's taken shape over the last few weeks. President Trump has really drilled into Europe, saying it is Europe that needs to ramp up defense spending, and Europe has basically just been reacting to that ever since. Is that the right narrative here?
Thanks, Juliana. Great to be with you. And I'm glad you asked that question because as the transatlantic geopolitics interpreter, I do push back on that interpretation. I was just in New York seeing investor clients, and I heard that over and over again. What's wrong with President Trump insisting that Europeans kindly, finally pay what they should on their own defense? And indeed, Europe has been very slow to do this, to meet the NATO target. But in that process, he's also brought out some fairly misleading figures in terms of the amount of U.S. military aid to Ukraine. He has underestimated the extent of European support and overestimated by a significant margin, perhaps 5 times, the amount of U.S. support. And so I think that's muddying the understanding of what needs to be done to meet this moment, which is really a hinge moment in history where the fate of Ukraine and the future of the world order is being decided.
Well, I'm very keen to get your take on some comments we had last week from the former foreign minister of Ukraine, Dmytro Kuleba, who spoke to my colleague Steve. He said Putin doesn't trust Trump. Trump's promises will not hold after he's gone, and Putin knows the best guarantee for him of Ukraine not becoming a member of NATO is the non-existence of Ukraine. What do you think of those comments? Is Putin playing Trump here?
Well, I'm a Russia watcher of pretty long standing. I'm not even going to say how many years, but it's more than 20 and less than 30. And if you look at what Putin has done over the course of his time as the leader of Russia, and even before Putin was in office, there's a long history of Russian invasions into borderlands or even as far as Afghanistan. And I am not sure that I would characterize the way Putin sees Trump as not trusting him so much as Putin is a tactician and an opportunist. And I think he appreciates that this is the time to really change the facts on the ground so that Ukraine is never able to exist whole and free with its territory and ever being a member of NATO. Now, some would say that that's fair enough. I would say that the manner of a settlement matters not only for the future of Ukraine and the Baltic states, for example, but the future of all disputed territories around the world, which is why China and other countries are watching so closely how this evolves. I think that Putin can run rings around Trump.